Sorry, I look like I just got out of bed. I have. Anyway, what's going on? Well, not much really, just doing my usual morning routine. Check the fish, feed the fish, check the filters, make sure everything's alright. Clean my vortex. All I do is siphon that out in there. Get my little siphon, my little bucket down there, and just siphon all the crap out. It's pulled out overnight. Everything's running alright. I seem to be losing water. I don't know where, because the floor's dry in here. Everything's dry. So, but my water level keeps dropping this last week or so. I've actually had to top it up halfway through the week in the pond. I don't know. So I think I must have a leak in the system somewhere. So that's today's mission, is find it. Find out what's going on and try and solve it. Anyway, I'll spin you around. I've just given them some food. I'll take you out there. We'll have a look. Oh, not much going on at all out here this week. I've been so busy at work. Been flat out, hence why nothing's been touched. So, yeah, they're all doing alright. Pond floor looks a bit of a mess at the minute, but like I say, I've been so busy I haven't been able to do anything all week. And the UV's off, so the water's starting to look a bit ugh, so to speak. But be water change day tomorrow anyway. I may even do it later actually. I don't know why I'm losing water though. I can't work it out, because that's not spitting enough up on the sides to cause the amount of loss that I'm getting. I'm losing about an inch, 2 inches over the, in about half a week, which is enough when you're running multi-base. It's enough to drop it enough in the filter to notice it. So don't quite know what's going on there. I'm going to get a couple of these out at some point to scrape. I have noticed this last few days I've been out here, there's been a bit of fin flicking. I haven't seen no flashing as yet. No, I might even let it develop, because they all look alright. No redness, no very scales. They bloody come on road this time of year. I don't know what it is with it. Every year, this time of year, she just falls apart. She looks like crap. It's the same every year this time of year. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, right, I'm going to crack on. Do a bit of searching around, see if I can find this leak. Do a bit of cleaning up. May even do my water change today. Looks like it needs it in there. Right, catch you in a bit. Oh guys, after a bit of investigation, I found my leak. I have got a leak. So, I'll take you down there and show you. You might not be able to see it from here. I found it from out there. It's down there. Can't really see. There's a bit of a shine to the wood there. You can see it's actually leaking from the old outlet where I obviously had my pump on the end of there. It's leaking from there. It's coming out from the bulkhead there. I reckon I've moved it. How I've taken the old pump off, I reckon I must have moved it and disturbed the sill. So the plan is, when I do my water change, either later today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow now, because it's getting a bit, well, I've got other stuff to do today as well, and I've got to whip in and get some CT1 as well. So yeah, it will be tomorrow now. When I do my water change, I'm going to empty these two bays, because these are joined up, completely empty them, dry them out. I'm going to unscrew that bulkhead, take the bulkhead out, take all the old silicone off and redo it, and then or put a different bulkhead in there actually, with one with just a, I can just put a blocking cap on, so then that ball valve can come out of there as well. So yeah, that's tomorrow's job now. So happy days. At least I found it anyway. I was dreading, because I've only got a cheap liner in there, I got one of those. I mean, people. It's been brilliant. Don't get me wrong. It's been really good. But it's a mess out here, isn't it? I still got to get on and do my garden. So much work to do. But yeah, it's one of those woven liners. Just a cheap, flexible liner. And I was hoping and praying it wasn't going to be the sill on the bottom drain. Fingers crossed. I don't think it is. It's got to be that, because that is soaked down now where I've taken that pipe and that out. So it's got to be that. It was always dry before, and it ain't now. So that tells me there's a leak. Anyway, right. I'm going to crack on. I'm going to put the air back on. I'm going to crack on into town and get some CT1. And go from there. Oh, actually, another thing I'm going to do today, a little bit of a test. Ricky Stoddard, back a little while ago, mentioned about doing your water tests. He mentioned about doing it down in the pond. You know, getting your water sample from down in the pond, not on top, like not the surface of the pond. What am I trying to get? Yeah, further deeper down. And also, Mark Herridge from Mark's Country Koi had also mentioned it as well. Getting your sample from below the surface, deeper down below the surface. So, the way I figure it out, go back in there. If taking your water sample from further down is better than taking it from the top, would I be able to take it out of there? Because that's coming, you can't get much further down, water from further down in the pond than that, can you? You know, that's coming straight out my bottom drain. Straight out the bottom of the pond. So, I'm going to do a couple of tests. I'm going to do a test from just under the surface of the pond water, where I usually take it from. And I'm going to take a test out of my vortex and see if there's any difference. Because if there ain't, then I can even do my water testing without getting wet. Spot on. Anyway, I'm just mumbling on now, gerbling on a load of rubbish, I expect. Anyway, right, I'll crack on and I'll catch you guys in a bit. Got me some silicone, some sealant. I'm going to do the leak that's down there today whilst I'm doing a water change. That's all that's on the plan today. See how much it's leaking. That's lost, what, a couple of inches overnight. It's actually getting worse down there. Ugh. Yeah, it's the bulkhead down there that's leaking. I must have disturbed the sill when I took it all apart down there and took the pump and that off. The old pump and that off. So, but anyway, never mind. We'll crack on and get that done today. I'm going to empty the bay out, take the bulkhead out, and reseal it. Give it a clean up and reseal it whilst everything's topping up. So, right, let's crack on. See you in a bit. So that's the offending item. Got 2 new seals to go in there. Put them in and put it back in, but that's the hole all cleaned up. Ready to go. So I'll put it back in and then seal it up with a bit of OB1 as well, just to make sure the hole is sealed up. I don't know, eh? Keeps you on your toes, this hobby, doesn't it? Right, let's crack on. Well, that's that job done. It ain't pretty. It's bloody awkward trying to get a silicone gun in down there. And in the back of here. So, but managed to do it, it's not leaking now. So, happy days. Saves a bit of bloody bother, doesn't it, eh? It's all capped off there now, so when it comes to me moving these beds on, they're easy enough to, these multi-bays on, they're easy enough to start to sort out, like, you know. So just waiting for it to top up now, and that'll be it for the day. Done a couple of scrapes. Pleased to report I found nothing. So I think the fin flicking and mucking about in there was just how I've been messing about with the filtration this last day or two. So happy days. I will keep an eye on them, make sure it doesn't get any more, you know, flicking and fin flicking and that. So, but yeah, I'll put that back in there, get a new white pad to go in there, and then job done. Right, catch you in a bit. Hello. Right, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put my water testing to a little test. As I said earlier on in the video, there was a couple of people that had advised about taking a water sample for your water tests lower down in the pond. I kind of see the logic to it. I've always done mine from the top of the pond. So now I'm going to put it to the test and see if there's any difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a test from the top of my pond water, which I usually do. Well, I usually take it from about so far under the water. So I'm going to do that like normal, and I'm going to test it. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take a test from the vortex, because the water from the vortex is obviously coming straight from the drain, which is, you can't get no lower than that. So yeah, we'll give it a go and see if there's any difference. I'll catch you in a bit. Right, so that's the end of the first test, and this is from just below the surface of the pond water. So as you can see, we've got, according to this test, obviously all tests are different, we've got 0 ammonia, zero nitrate, and 0 nitrite, although no, that's a slight, ever such a slight dusting in there, so about 0.25 I'm going to go with on the nitrate. Now the KH was 9, and the pH is obviously between 7 and 8, 7.5 and 8. Yeah, more 8 than anything if I'm looking at that. Yeah, more 8 than anything really. So right, I'm going to go and wash these out and do a test from the vortex. I'll catch back with you in a bit. Alright, so second one I'm going to take from the vortex. Because theoretically, in my mind, like I said before, that is coming directly from the bottom of the pond. Shocking camera footage, but there you go. Oh my days, I'm trying to get hold of everything. So yeah, that's my theory behind it anyway. So right, I'm going to get this tested, I'll get back to you. End of the second test, which was the water was taken from the vortex. There's your 10 minutes, and to be fair, there is absolutely no difference. That's in between 0 and 0.25. 9 on the KH. pH again between 7.5 and 8. More 8 than anything. So yeah, there it is. So I'll be taking my water test from the vortex from now on, I think, especially while it's raining. But yeah, I mean, this is all done on the only test kit I've ever used is the NT Labs Pond Lab test kit. Now, obviously, other test kits might be different. There might be more accuracy in some more so than others, so you might see a change. Digital test kits like the HANA kit, they're super accurate, so I would imagine, I mean, I can't guarantee it, obviously I've never used one, but I would imagine that you would probably see the slight changes in different, like in the water, between the surface and the bottom of the pond water, with a digital kit, maybe. I don't know. Like I say, this was just something that I'd heard mentioned a couple of times, and I thought to myself, well, I'm going to try my personal water. I usually do it, like I say, from the surface of the pond, and I'll take it from the very bottom. You can't get no lower than what's coming out of that pipe there, can you? So, yeah, so I'm quite pleased with that. To be fair, that there isn't much difference. Like I say, I'll be staying dry and warm, and doing it from the vortex from now on because it's in me, in me shed. So, anyway, nice little test there going on. So, right, I'll spin you around. So there it is. Might be completely useless to some, but I was intrigued anyway, so I had to give it a go. But yeah, so anyway, that's it for this week. Like I say, not a hell of a lot going on. Fixed me leak, done me tests, so to speak. But other than that, yeah, that's all I can tell you really this week. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for getting involved in this channel and taking the time to watch my videos. And yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you next time, muckers. Take it easy.